Angelo Cooper, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can he keep it going today? It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Angelo Cooper now at the plate.
Angelo Cooper.
That clips the corner.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Strike two.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fires across the diamond. 2 down. New inning getting started, and into the box for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one's upstairs, ball one. So now 1-2. That one is upstairs. That misses, and now it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Full count pitch. He'll have to wait. Time called at the plate. Payoff pitch. In the air, right side. McKinstry has a beat on it. 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, Josh Smith.
Man at first, 1 away. Grounder might be 2. Over to left. A 1-pitch double play out of the pen.
Up next is the Orioles, the third baseman, Angelo Cooper.
Cooper in the box now. Takes strike 1. Man at second. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. Alonso is waved home. He'll score. It's down 9-4. And in its second with an RBI double. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. And that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Right here. Up next for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Jordan Westburg.
One down, runner at third. Jordan Westburg will hit next. Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Naylor. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Cooper stepping in now. If he goes deep here, we may not see that helmet again until next series.
Yeah, might as well order the Gatorade shower now, Boog. This place would erupt. Right through there for a strike. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it.
Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels, running around the bases when you just hit a grain. He's got to dig back in, figure out a way. Maybe he can do it again.
Munoz is just one strike away. Got him looking for the strikeout. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Angelo Cooper, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can he keep the good times going in this one? It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Athletics. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Stepping in now, the inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Coming on Robert, and he's there. And the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball. So 2 down. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. And he drops it down the third baseline. Has to barehand it to first, but it's not in time. Base hit. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Cooper takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Misses off the plate. Ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a miss. Now 3-2. Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called to the plate. Here comes a 3-2. It's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Hey, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're...
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. The Orioles down by 4, top half of inning number 4. Well struck. That's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. Takes it himself. Nice long throw there.
Definitely a weird play right there, and it changes the outlook of the inning completely. Nice job by the defense to take advantage and get 2 outs out of it, but on the flip side, I have to think they're going to have some discussions and probably some lessons learned about the base running decisions that were made.
Challenge from behind the dish here. They've still got both their challenges. 2 on, 1 out. And it's even up.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Look out, almost got him upstairs.
Straighten him up a little bit. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
To short, could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, double play. Last half of the 5th coming up. 1 down. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. Trying to punt his way on. Cooper. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Hyams, a righty that throws with power. 33 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Pitch misses, ball 1. That's down and in. A slider missed. Started after it, appeal to first. No swing, he held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Time called now before the payoff pitch. The kick, the 3-2. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Cooper at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
Too high. Ball.
Two down, nobody on. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Has some trouble with it, and he'll pull into second safely. Here's Pete Alonso. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Jordan Westbrook digs in now. 2 on, 2 outs. Runners on the move. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal at third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well. So you got to take that bag. Get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is that. 8-9-1. All loaded up. Nick Kurtz now at the plate. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Base hit. One run is in. Throw into third. And he's got no chance. He's out. But 2 runs come in on the play. Big spot here. Bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. Next up for the A's, Zach Geller. Garcia is just 1 strike away. Sets him down looking. And this one is over with the tying run stranded just 90 feet away. Cooper kept the hitting streak alive.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
So 2 down, Angelo Cooper getting ready to hit. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning. And now the
Oh, that's up there.
center field. Clark settles underneath it, and that'll do it. So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. The 0-2. Hit softly on the ground to third. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that high fastball. Out to short, Wilson. Whips it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now here's the A's catcher, number 92. Taps softly third base side, a swinging bunt, and that's a fair ball. And a good start to the inning. Angelo Cooper, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fastball is outside. Foul ball. Full count pitch, he'll have to wait. Time called to the plate. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
3-2 now. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. So a man at first. And next for the Orioles, Pete Alonso. Hauls it in for the out. Throw behind the runner. They got him doubled off. It's the Orioles 5 and the A's 1. Digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. The 0-1. That's to third. Oh, great stop. Over to first. But no chance to get him. It's an infield single. Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Colby Thomas. This one in the air right field, and that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Making some noise here, trying to give themselves a chance.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. And a base hit up the middle. Headed for the plate. Oh, the throw is over his head. Big spot here. Bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. Next up for the A's, Nick Kurtz. Now this one is hammered. Way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied.
That's a clutch hit in a big moment. You can't ask for a better time to get a swing like that.
Angelo Cooper, the next to hit for the Orioles. And with the game going to extras, he's still got a chance to keep his hitting streak going.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Line drive, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
The 0-2. Runner takes off in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And it's second. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe. It's 9-5. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hit. So next to hit for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper. An offensive explosion this inning, and here in extra innings. Gets him to chase after that one. And ball 1. And a 1-2 again. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Here's Pete Alonso. 2 on, 2 outs. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Next to hit, Jordan Westburg. Goes down looking. Next up for the A's, Denzel Clark. The 1-2. High fly ball, right field. Beavers under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Cooper managed to keep the hitting streak alive. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
Definitely a strong game at the plate, Boog, and it's safe to say he made a difference for him. Nice job to help lift the team to a win.
So digging in,
Batting first,
Angelo
the third
Cooper.
baseman, Angelo Cooper.
And that one hammered. And that is foul. 2 down, nobody on. Oh.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Close, but called the ball. And the count is 3-1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at bat alive.
In the air, right field. And that is that. That one fouled off. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped on a line to center. And there's 2 down. Cooper, only 20 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. The 1-1 comes up empty. That's strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. Runner around third. He scores, and the A's tie. Singing.
Yeah, if he gets something he likes, Boog, he's not going to miss it. This is what you play for.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute, finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Big at bat for Brent Rooker now.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Trying to send this extra inning. Base hit, battle duel. In comes the winning run, and they walk it off. Angelo Cooper getting set for this one. His team leading its division. Can they continue to churn out wins? It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Angelo Cooper.
Angelo Cooper can't hold up, and that's a strike.
Ball one.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Now a pop-up on the infield. He's got it, and that'll do it.
Up next for the Orioles, the third baseman, Angelo Cooper.
Ball.
And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That one misses. Ball 3. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Siani on the move. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Digs in, 2 down, nobody on. This pitcher's barely broken a dozen pitches per inning so far.
Yeah, it's time to foul a few off, Boog. Smart batters know it's not just about hits. It's about getting that pitch count moving north before it's too late.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. One and 2 here. To third. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Through 5. All even at 2-2. Go ahead run on base. Michael Siani next to hit for the Rays. And he drops it down the 3rd baseline. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Cooper in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The Rays trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. Try to climb the ladder.
And a 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Orioles an out away. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Rodriguez is just one strike away. Swing and a pop-up. Aranda under it. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays take game 1 of the series on the road. Cooper with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Angelo Cooper in the box now. Takes strike 1.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
And that one fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something. But you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle
out towards right center field. Brings it in. Runners tagging from second and third. Safe. And they take the lead. So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca. The 0-1. Bunted for a hit. Barehand grab to first. Nicely done for the out. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman, Angelo Cooper.
In the air, right field, Adele should have this one. 1 away. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swings through that one for strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Locks in another RBI chance after a rough outing at the plate. Can erase all that right here.
Well, you got to stay locked in, Boog. And you know what? Sometimes the 5th time's the charm.
Ball, that's too high.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a miss at a slider. Upstairs. And that one fouled off. Henderson over at second. Contreras at first. 1 gone. And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Here comes a 3-2. And that'll load the bases. So up next, Jordan Westburg. Ball 4, and he's walked in a run. And now the right fielder, Josh Smith. Inside, almost got it.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
On the ground to third. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. First and second, 2 outs. Xavier Isaac, the next to hit. 1 strike away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles even this series up at a game apiece. Cooper did not have a banner showing in this one.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end today. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game, but a win is a win.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Chandler Simpson. Second inning here, no score. This to third. Cooper handles, throws to first. That's out number 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Angelo Cooper.
Inside, ball 1.
Sliced hard but foul. One now. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Runner on the go. In the dirt. Going to second. Out of bounds. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-0. 2 on, 2 outs. Hard hit right side. They get the force. Inning over. So the Rays batting order turns over. Ha-Sung Kim getting ready to hit. And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. They limit the damage here. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied. Stepping in, pressure's on. One swing can flip the whole game.
Yeah, and this guy's no stranger to the spotlight. He's built for moments like this.
That one not close. Ball 1.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
And it's second.
At the ball.
The 2-1. And that one upstairs. Time called now before the payoff pitch. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. And the Orioles jump out in front. It's 3-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the third baseman, Angelo Cooper. Back to the sixth.
This game is over as well.
Base hit into the outfield. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Quick toss to first. Cooper dives back in safely.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. But he's back.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So bases loaded with one away. Josh Smith, the next to hit for the Orioles. Tap softly third base side, a swinging bunt.
Well, some errors hurt way more than others, right? I mean, 2 runs come in right there.
First and second, 2 outs. Xavier Isaac next to hit for the Rays. This could end it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles bounce back from consecutive losses to take game 3 of the series. Cooper had a sensational showing in the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down.
Batting 6.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Next offering is fouled back. The Orioles yet to pick up a hit here. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missed. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. That one outside, and it's a full count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that wasn't even close. Ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Now here is Josh Smith. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Turned out to be a pretty good pitch to run on right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. That can be pretty tough for a catcher to reach down and grab it and then get rid of it quickly enough to prevent that would-be base stealer.
Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Jordan Westburg.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And next is the designated hitter, Jordan Westburg. 0-1. Line drive, base hit. headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. Foul ball there. Cooper went deep in his most recent game. Cooper, only 20 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And into the box for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper. Doval, a former All-Star, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Now time called at the plate. Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Orioles an out away. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Up the middle, Kim whips it to first on the run. And that wraps it up for this afternoon. Cooper did well enough for them despite the loss.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Angelo Cooper getting set for this one. His team leading its division. Can they continue to churn out wins? It's the Athletics taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming at you right after the break. 1 out, runner at second. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Geloff rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper. That's whipped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Man at second. In the dirt.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And that one handled. Throws to first in time. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what.
On the ground. Base hit into the outfield. The tying run is in to score from third. It's an Art Cooper. Locks in. You can feel a big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo.
That one close, ruled the ball. And that's ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. Still two challenges left for them. The 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward. Brugge, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Jet swing went around. It's 2-2. That's a ball. Trying to attack with the sweeper. And he asks for time now. Chance to take a breath with the bases loaded. Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Ball four, and a run comes in to score. 2 outs, bases full. Josh Smith digs in now. And a bunt. So 2 down. So here's Robert now. Robert working through some struggles lately. Chop to the left side. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Nothing doing there for the. We head to the bottom of the 5th and into the box for Baltimore, Angelo Cooper. Next offering is fouled back. One now. This ball's chopped on the ground. Suarez throw to first in time. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Cooper steps in. They've got the edge, but the job is not done. He's looking to keep the line moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little insurance, Boog. Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Oh.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And a 2-2. battling here as he fouls it away. And that one almost hit him. Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called at the plate. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
In the dirt. Man at second. On the ground to the left. Suarez whips it across. What a pick to save the play and get the first out.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Geloff in position. Takes it in for the out. So a runner at third, 2 men out. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Colton Cowser will hit next. Ground ball to middle. That's a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. Tag, and he's out at the plate. Swung out, bolted. That one carrying. Out of here. A soaring shot to center. Home run number 5 on the season, and they tack on 3. It's 10-5.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next up for the A's, Nick Kurtz. Out to short. Into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. The 0-1. High fly ball, right field. Beavers moving under this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles take the series opener here at home. Cooper really stood out in this win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.